Hi everyone, I'm back with another Diablo 3 video, this time about the Season 29 PTR. You might have seen the preview already, we had the blog here, I already talked about them a few days ago, and the PTR just went live earlier today, so I went in to try it out, and I want to show you what it's all about. I leveled the Witch Doctor because they got some changes. A chicken Witch Doctor is actually a thing now, but I'm going to cover that in more detail in another video. Here I want to show you the season theme that you can see right there. Those are those little portals that appear when you go out in adventure mode, anywhere outside of Rifts basically. And you can go in there and you can like find all kinds of stuff. So it's actually really rewarding. So you can see this here in action. It's like kind of like little mini arenas, and sometimes they're filled, as you can see here, with only elite packs. And these elite packs have like special new affixes. There's like 3 new affixes that you can have. You can see them here when you look at them. When I mouse over one of them. So here there's like Resource Leech, everyone's favorite, I guess. There's like the Necrotic that gives you like a healing debuff and like a damage over time effect. And then there's like one more that like slows you, I think, and gives you like cooldown reduction. Malus. Well, in the end, none of them really matter because this is like Torment 16 content. And this means that you just blast through it very, very soon after you start and have your build online, I guess. So it's not really challenging. It's a bit sad, but on the other hand, it's extremely rewarding. As you can see, you get lots of loot in there. This is the PTR, which has some buffs, but not actually to the loot itself. So this means that what you see here is exactly the loot that you're getting. And well, in one of those runs, you can go deeper and deeper until the portals stop. So I was going like 10 levels deep or something, and there was like 5 legendaries every time sometimes. And occasionally I get like 200 Death Breaths. And at the end, you actually get a really big reward, which is 40 of each of the bounty materials. So at the end of a run, there is like a goblin, and that's like if you defeat them, there is like a chest spawning and that drops bounty mats. So this is going to be like the main thing to farm here, I believe. So basically, while you set out to do bounties, you can find these portals and then get even more bounty mats. And this makes them really worth it. And it's really fast to acquire those mats, especially in a solo self-found season where bounties are really slow. So that's kind of like the main reason here right now to do this. Otherwise, there's like lots of these like little cool sceneries here. It definitely feels quite fun to just blast through this and have a bit of like a different experience from Rifts, where it's like, you know, very linear, very straightforward. Here there's like some crazy stuff happening. I've heard from people also getting like goblin packs. I also had some of these that had like 3 Rift Guardians at once, and they all drop some keys. And yeah, apparently there can be some crazy stuff in there. I wouldn't be surprised to also see some cow level in there or something like that. So pretty interesting stuff, I gotta say. I think it would be more amazing if there was like some actual like scaling, like a difficulty behind it or so. Like, for example, in Greater Rifts, maybe we could have those as well. That would be cool. Or maybe if you go deeper, it becomes more challenging but more rewarding. That could be nice as well, I believe. But for now, this is looking like some kind of neat little addition to the season itself. It's very rewarding at the very least. I also tried some of the mechanics of this. So for example, when you finish it, there's like a 30-second timer for it to close, but you can find other portals in the same game again. So I'm not sure if you can have 2 of these portals up at the same time. So this may be something like the Vault, for example, where you can have 1 portal in the game at a time. You can't open a second portal. You have to finish the first one. I have not tried that yet, but at the very least, you can finish one of these, have it close, and then you can find another one in the same game. Or you just go a new game and you try to farm like a certain zone. We might actually find like a strategy where you just, you know, repeat farm in certain zones just to like find those portals, I guess. I'm not exactly sure like what is the trigger, if it's just like a number of monster kills, or it's just like, you know, maybe it scales with the difficulty of the monster or something like that. Maybe elites spawn them more often. This is something that we're going to explore. So that's it for the overview of the season theme for now. I'm going to keep you guys updated with more findings. One other neat feature though is the paragon change. So in season 29, we're going to have a new paragon system basically, where it's capped at 800 maximum, and you can spend 200 points in any of those categories freely in any of those stats. And that leads to some pretty crazy outcomes, as you can see. I'm not quite 800 yet, but I'm almost there. And well, you can see you can get something like 200% area damage. You can get 40% cooldown reduction straight up as one big like chunk of cooldown. You can get also 40% attack speed. That's going to be crazy for some builds. And, you know, even resource cost reduction. So Crimson, Stonks. And, well, since we are also capped at low paragons, it's also going to be Guardian Stonks. So this set here is going to be really powerful for a lot of builds. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, get some of those bounty mats ready to craft these Guardian sets here. Because I think almost every single build that is set-based and not LOD-based will probably try to include these with this super low paragon cap, where we just can't really stack up a lot of main stat. But in the end, this means that some builds will profit more from this paragon system than others. Previously, it was very straightforward. You just fill out everything with 50, 50, 50, and there was nothing really like to think about. But now there might actually be more strategy behind this. There might be some builds that like really scale with certain things or don't at all. For example, there are some builds that just don't work with area damage, like let's say Firebirds or Mundunugu Witch Doctor, and they are actually comparatively weaker now because they don't profit from this insane area damage effect. Or some builds might get like insane bonuses from attack speed like Zunimasa. I think that's going to be really great for Zunimasa, for example. But we're going to see more once we have a better picture of how all of the builds are affected. What you can expect here on the channel is that I will keep uploading some more Diablo 3 related content in the near future. So I'm going to be testing the PTR probably daily from now on. So I'm going to be blasting some D4, going to blast some PTR, and of course make sure that all of the Maxwell guides are updated. So I'm doing that with Norfi and Shuri mostly. We are making sure that everything is up to date so that people can enjoy the Season 29. So that's it for now for the preview. Let me know what you think. I think it looks pretty amazing. It's going to be a really fun season. I'm very excited for the SSF leaderboards personally. So quite glad to see that coming to D3. And who knows, maybe to D4 at some point as well. That's it for now. Hope you liked this, and I'll see you guys next time.